Today we're at the REIWA State Auctioneering Championships and I've got some auctioneers here. Rob Mason, who's a past Rookie of the Year and came second last year. So Rob, what makes a property ripe for auction?
Basically, Charlie, I think most properties are suitable for auction, but really any property that's going to have some level of competition, as long as more than one person wants that property, it's suitable for auction.
So why are so few properties in WA auctioned? In other states, I think it's 60%. In WA, it's like 2 or 3%?
Yeah, very small numbers in WA. It is largely a cultural thing. It is also because our contractual situation is very straightforward. But we are seeing certainly a growing interest in auctions and more auctions certainly that I've done in the last year.
Okay.
So that's really promising. And I think there just is a bit of a misconception about auctions in WA. And certainly things like the Auctioneering Championships is trying to overcome some of those misconceptions.
Right. So what makes a property ripe for auction? You go, right, this one is a good one for auction.
Yeah, I think that a property that is difficult to appraise, difficult to put an accurate price on it because it's got specific and unique attractions. A property that is clearly going to be sought after, that would really send a strong signal to us that that's right for auction.
And what makes for a successful auction in your view?
A successful campaign.
Right.
That's really what makes for a successful auction. And it is a very strategic and planned campaign, and that's probably the difference.
With a time period, presumably, with that auction date hanging over, it sort of makes people decide whether they want it or not.
There's some urgency.
So if someone's thinking of auctioning a property, what's your advice to them?
Seek out an agent that does a few auctions and that has a good auctioneer in their group. If the agency is experienced in auctions, they'll be able to guide you down the path of the campaign and make sure it all runs really well.
Great. Thanks, Rob. Thanks for talking to us today. And good luck with the competition today.
Thanks, Charlie.
All right, now I'm catching up with Richard Kerr from Harcourts. He's their auctioneer. Quick question, Richard.
Sure.
Why auction?
Quick answer, why not? But
Right.
seriously, it is the most transparent way to sell. It gets the buyer the best opportunity, the seller the best opportunity.
Yep.
But realistically, it leaves nothing untouched in the buyer's mind. You don't wake up the next day and the seller's thinking, did we undersell? Could we have got more? It's fact.
And there are
it's
3 opportunities to sell with an auction,
Correct.
is that right?
That's right, yeah. There's before the auction date itself, we often bring the auction forward if there's a suitable offer.
Right.
Obviously on the auction day, but it is 3-phased. So if the property does happen to pass in, there's always that 3rd phase of the marketing where
And a lot of them do sell within a few hours of the auction actually being passed in. You negotiate with the highest bidder, etc.
Absolutely. Yeah, and sometimes there are people that can't make it unconditionally.
Yeah.
The conditional person who's been hoping it gets passed in comes along and we've got a deal.
Okay. Well, any risks in going to auction?
No, of course I'd say no, but none really. The only risk is you find out what the market value is for your home, and if you don't like that, you could possibly call it a risk. You stay there.
Right.
But none that I can think of. No.
All right. Last question, Richard.
Sure.
I hear days on market is about half of a normal private treaty property.
Absolutely. Quite often when they sell on or before the day, it's 30 days, which is around about half, maybe a third of the normal days on market. Generally, we find within hours, or at the most about 7 days after the auction date, they're sold, unconditionally sold. Right. So that's fantastic for the owners. You don't have months of home openings and the worry and everything like that.
All right. Thank you, Richard, and good luck with the competition today.
Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Bye.